and take 25. Just joking, more like 5. Hi guys, I'm Whitney. I hope you're doing great. We're living in some pretty crazy times right now, so I hope you're making time for self-care and nurturing yourself. So I've come up with a sequence here that involves a lot of heart openers. I know in this day and age a lot of us are working hunched over keyboard, hunched over phone, so I've come up with some postures that'll help open the chest up. These heart openers can help to open the rib cage, release tensions, release any trapped emotions. So I hope you find this helpful. I've decided to do 2 videos. The first one will be more geared toward beginner practice, and the second one will be more advanced. So I would recommend watching the first video and then following along to the second video. So we are going to start in a comfortable seated position on your mat. So get comfortable here. Start in Anjali Mudra, palms together in front of your heart. And we'll just take some breaths here to get grounded and settled. Notice if you're holding any tension in your face, in your forehead or your jaw, around your mouth. Just try to release that. And let's get started. So we'll come into cat-cow. It's my favorite beginning posture. It's awesome for first thing in the morning. So we'll come fingers spread wide, wrists stacked under your shoulders, knees under your hips. So we're going to inhale, look up, drop your belly down. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, round your spine, push into your mat. We're going to do 4 more breaths here, so at your own pace. Inhale, heart shines forward, chest opens. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, round spine, chin to chest. Here we're going to come into puppy pose, so it's kind of a combination of child's pose and downward dog. So our knees will stay the same. We're going to walk our hands forward. We're going to melt our heart down to the mat, and we can bring our forehead to the mat. So we'll be here for 5 breaths. This is a really good stretch for your shoulders. Here, we can walk our hands back into tabletop. We can come into a high plank. So tuck your toes under, come up to a high plank, and then we'll lower down chaturanga. So keep your elbows tucked in close to your body. Hover before we go onto our belly here. And we're going to come into Sphinx. So this is a good prep pose for back bends. So you want your fingers spread wide, forearms out in front of you, the tops of your feet firmly planted into your mat here. And we're going to lift our upper body and head up on the inhale. We'll hold this for 5 breaths. It's really good for strengthening your lower back. You want your shoulders back and down, away from your ears. on the exhale, we can lower down. We're going to prepare for locust pose or Salutation. So we want our arms along our torso, palms facing up. You can rest your forehead on that. And on the inhale, we're going to really root into our pelvis and lift our arms and our legs and our head all at the same time. So on the inhale, lift. You're really grounding down into your lower ribs and your pelvis here. You could look straight ahead or down. 3 more breaths here. On the exhale, lower down onto your left cheek. On your next inhale, we're going to lift up again. You want your big toes facing each other to internally rotate your thighs. 3 more breaths here. You're doing awesome. This is a hard posture. And lower onto your right cheek. And if you want, you can come back into child's pose quickly just to release the back a bit. So come onto your heels, reach the hands forward, rest your forehead on your mat, or you can bring your arms beside your knees here. Okay, and from here we're going to come into a standing back bend. So come into Tadasana or mountain pose. You want your feet about hip width apart. Just move this so you guys can see me better. Hip width apart. On the inhale, we want to rise up. Our palms facing forward, fingers spread wide. And we're going to lean back. We're going to gaze to the back of the room. Just going to fix this here. Going to gaze to the back of the room. Root firmly into your heels here. Pelvis presses forward. Here we go. So inhale. Look back, look back, look back. Inhale, come up. We'll do 1 more of these. So on the inhale, reach up. Slowly bring your arms back and your gaze back. Root into your foundation. Come up. Okay, now we are going to come into bridge pose. So I'm going to come onto our mats, onto our back, soles of the feet towards your butt. You want your hands along your arms along your torso, palms facing down. On the inhale, we're going to lift our hips up to the sky. Try to keep your thighs together here, really push into your feet. You want your legs really strong here. Tuck your butt in. And if you want to go a little further, you can clasp your hands underneath your pelvis and push down on your arms as well. Push down on your arms and feet. And breathe into your belly here. 3 more breaths. Exhale, release. Hug our knees into our chest here and rock from side to side. Give give our lower back a little massage here. Then we're going to come into bridge a second time. So soles of the feet on your mat, palms on your mat. And on the inhale, peel your hips off the mat. You have the option to clasp your hands under your pelvis. Kind of flip your shoulders under for a little more support. Push, really push into your feet and your arms. Exhale and release. Hug your chest, your knees into your chest. Rock from side to side. Such a nice release. Okay, well, come up. So now we're going to come into some standing postures. So we're going to come onto our mats, our feet pretty far apart here. We'll start with the right toes facing forward, 90 degrees. Left toes can be at about 45 so that they're facing towards the top outer edge of your mat. You want your arms spread out. And what we're going to do is hinge at the hips. So send your left hip back as you reach towards the right. Reach, 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 reach. Slowly lower down. You can rest your hand on your shin here or onto the floor. It's up to you. And then your left arm is going to come up to the sky. You really want to twist your ribs forward. And keep a lot of length in your side body. So you don't want to be crunched down like this. You want it really spacious. So be here for 3 more breaths. Wonderful. Inhale, come up. We can pivot our legs to come onto the other side here. So your left foot is facing the front of your mat, 90 degrees. Your right foot's 45 degrees, facing the right edge, upper edge of your mat. Arms out. We're going to hinge our right hip back as we reach to the left. Come down onto your shin or the floor or a block. I just don't have a block with me now. So fingertips onto the floor. My right arm up. Remember, you want to twist the rib cage and lengthen your side body here. So your right hip will want to go back. This is a really great stretch for your hamstrings. I can really feel it here. I have ultra tight hamstrings. So 2 more breaths. You're doing amazing, everyone. Inhale, come up. We're going to come into extended side angle pose. So we'll stay on this side. I'm going to bend my left knee here. The knee stacked over the ankle. The right foot is going to be at 90. So we're basically starting in Warrior 2 here. But from here, we're going to drop our left elbow onto our left thigh. Bring the right arm down and up. Swing it around. You'll see there's an integrated line between my right outer edge of my foot and my right fingertips. There's a line that you can really see here. And you have the option also to bring this hand down. Plant it next to your foot. Your shoulder pressed against your knee. And we're looking for these lines. Awesome. Coming up, we'll switch sides. Pivot the feet again. We're going to bend into our right knee this time. Knee stacked over the ankle. Left foot at 90. Start in Warrior 2. Bring the right forearm, elbow, onto the thigh here. Bring this arm down and up. Such a nice stretch in the rib cage, side body. And you'll see this line again. And here you want to look up. 3 breaths here, really strong legs. You're killing it. Inhale, come up. Come up into Tadasana. We're going to do one sun salutation here before our final posture of Shavasana. So inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step or jump. Lower down into Chaturanga. With control, you can hover, come down onto your belly, push up, and come back onto your seat, and eventually you're back for Shavasana. You guys have done awesome. Come onto your back, you want your legs about mat width apart. Arms out, palms up, fingertips spread wide, and just relax, melt into your mat. Thank yourself for showing up today. You want your shoulder blades flat against your mat. Really dive into this restful posture. You've earned it. So we'll be here for a minute. Just notice any sensations that are coming up in your body here. You may feel some tightness in some areas. Just notice it. Start to bring some movement into our body, maybe rolling the wrists and the ankles, stretching overhead, and we'll come on up. Thank you all for sharing this practice with me. It means a lot. I hope you have a wonderful day.